Namaskar everyone, welcome to Headlines of the Day. In this video, we will discuss major headlines of the Hindu. Before we start, I would say, समझदार इंसान वो नहीं है दोस्तों जो ईंट का जवाब पत्थर से दे। समझदार इंसान वो है जो उस फेंकी हुई ईंट से अपना आशियाना बना ले। तो चलिए दोस्तों, इसी के साथ आज की इंपॉर्टेंट खबरों पे नजर डालते हैं। आज की हमारी पहली हेडलाइन है जीडीपी ग्रोथ dips to 6.3% as manufacturing slides. It is available on page number 1 and ये related है paper 3 economy section से. In this article we have to know findings of recent estimates released by National Statistical Office for GDP growth. So friends, according to recent data, India's economic growth slowed down to 6.3% in July to September amid rising repo rates and contraction in manufacturing output, right? Our next important headline is India-US exercise near LAC irks China. It is available on page number 1 and it is related to paper 3 defense section. In this article, we have to know about exercise Yuddh Abhyas. So friends, exercise Yuddh Abhyas is conducted annually between India and USA with the aim of exchanging best practices, tactics, techniques and procedures between the armies of the two nations, right? Our next important headline is an Indian recipe to quell micronutrient malnutrition. It is available on page number 6 and here related to paper 2 issues related to poverty and hunger. In this article, we have to know about malnutrition, issues and concerns, measures taken to tackle malnutrition and significance of food fortification in this context and what lies ahead. तो फ्रेंड्स, इन सारे ही पॉइंट्स को यहाँ पे बहुत शानदार तरीके से एक्सप्लेन किया गया है। इसके अलावा इसको हमारी वेबसाइट पे भी कवर किया गया है एंड लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। अगर हम ओवरव्यू देखें तो since 1920s, developed countries and high-income countries have successfully tackled the issue of malnutrition through food fortification. अगर हम food fortification की बात करें friends, तो it is a process of adding nutrients to food and it is a cost-effective complementary strategy to address multiple micronutrient deficiencies. Right? Our next important headline is towards a robust triumvirate. It is available on page number 7 और ये related है paper 2 constitutional bodies से. In this article, we have to know about the process of appointment of members of the election commission, emerging issues, recommended reforms and way ahead. तो फ्रेंड्स, इससे रिलेटेड कंटेंट हमारी वेबसाइट पे अवेलेबल है एंड लिंक यू नो कि कहां मिलेगा। उसके अलावा कुछ अच्छे पॉइंट्स यहाँ भी गिवन है तो आप यहां से भी देख सकते हैं। ठीक। Our next important headline is Assam Meghalaya border firing. It is available on page number 8 और ये related है paper 2 polity and governance से। In this article, we have to know boundary dispute between the two states. Does current incident have bearing on this dispute? And what has been the response from the governments of the two states? तो फ्रेंड्स, ये सारे ही पॉइंट्स यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किए गए हैं। इसके अलावा इसको हमारी वेबसाइट पे भी कवर किया गया है एंड लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। Our next important headline is Are ransomware attacks increasing in India? It is available on page number 8 और ये related है paper 3 cyber security से। In this article, we have to know about ransomware. How serious are ransomware attacks and how many organizations in India are working towards cybercrime responses and prevention. So friends, ransomware is a type of malicious software used by cyber criminals to infect a computer system by blocking access to the stored data by encrypting files, right? An Indian Computer Emergency Response Team is the national nodal agency that collects, analyzes and circulates inputs on cyber attacks. It also takes measures to handle any significant cyber security event, right? Our next important headline is why constitutional validity of Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act clause went unchallenged, Supreme Court. It is available on page number 10 और ये related है paper 2 government policies and interventions से। In this article, we have to know about Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, objectives, issues, recent developments and way ahead. So friends, recently Supreme Court quizzed the petitioners about the reason for not challenging the constitutional validity of a specific provisions in the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act, which confers the Delimitation Commission with the powers to carry out the readjustment of constituencies in the Union Territory formed after the abrogation of Article 370 in the erstwhile state, right? Our next important headline is Supreme Court worried over effect of GM crops on livelihood of women farm laborers. It is available on page number 12 और ये related है paper 3 biotechnology से। In this article, we have to know what are the recent observations of Supreme Court on genetically modified crops. तो फ्रेंड्स, इससे रिलेटेड कंटेंट हमारी वेबसाइट पे अवेलेबल है एंड लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। एंड अभी न्यूज में क्यों है ये? तो फ्रेंड्स, रिसेंटली सुप्रीम कोर्ट एक्सप्रेस्ड कंसर्न्स अबाउट द प्लाइट ऑफ थाउजेंड्स ऑफ वुमेन एग्रीकल्चरल लेबर्स इन रूरल एरियाज who will be part of human cost if the government permits the commercial cultivation of herbicide tolerant crops such as GM mustard in India, right? Our next important headline is Supreme Court seeks a center's response on evolving program to protect Great Indian Bustard. It is available on page number 12 और ये related है paper 3 environment section से. In this article, we have to know about Great Indian Bustard. So friends, it is a state bird of Rajasthan and it is also considered India's most critically endangered bird and it is protected under Wildlife Protection Act, right? And one more thing, its population of about 150 in Rajasthan accounts for 95% of its total world population, right? Our next important headline is 160 to 100 million Indians could be exposed to lethal heat waves annually. World Bank report. It is available on page number 12 और ये related है paper 3 environment section से. In this article, we have to know findings and suggestions of the report titled Climate Investment Opportunities in India's Cooling Sector. So friends, according to report, from 2030 onwards, more than 160 to 200 million people could be exposed to a lethal heat wave in India every year and around 34 million Indians will face job losses due to heat stress related productivity decline. Our next and last important headline is New Digital Ranking Norms kick in today. It is available on page number 14 और ये related है paper 3 economy section से. In this article we have to know key features and objectives of new digital lending norms. So friends, new norms seek to protect customers from exorbitant interest rates by certain entities and also check unethical loan recovery practices, right? तो दोस्तों आज के लिए इतना ही. थैंक्स फॉर लिसनिंग. फॉर रेगुलर अपडेट्स यू कैन फॉलो अस ऑन वेरियस सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स.